On this edition of Between the Posts, Greg Dodds of the men's hockey team. Greg, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, sir, coming into this season, you were the backup, and now you're a starter. One of the questions I always wanted to ask these goaltenders, especially in the OUA that go through that, is that a difficult adjustment to make?
It's more so, I would say, a difficult adjustment going from starting in junior to the backup role when you first come in. It's not something I'm sure a lot of the guys, including me, were really used to, but that's the whole learning curve right there, is getting behind a guy like Josh and learning the ropes from him.
So being a starter, then having to revert to the backup role, does that make it the transition easier than back into the starter role?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a natural position, right, to be playing the games, and it's not like I forgot what the pressure was like and stuff in a year, and it's somewhere that you strive to be. You want to be the starter, so when you get back into it, it's not that big of a transition just because that's what you want to do, right?
Do you recall the first time that you ever strapped up the pads?
Yeah, I do actually. I was really young. I'm not sure exactly how old, but I didn't even want to be in the net. They threw me in there, and I guess I just kind of stuck with it.
Now, who are they?
My coaches.
So similar to Nother in a sense, where it was kind of like, we don't have a goalie, you're going in.
Kind of like that. I mean, I played out and I got a couple more penalties than they would have wanted, so it was more of like a punishment. They just said throw them in net for a bit. I played good and it just kind of came natural to me, so I stuck with it.
When you actually started to get a feel for the sport, did you grow a love for the position?
Yeah, I mean, I love being a goalie, but any chance I get to put on some player skates and go rip around and shoot the puck, I don't miss a chance.
Get some penalty minutes while you're at it?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Who are some of your influences growing up as a kid? Who are some of the goalies that you watched on TV at Saturday Night Hockey, if you will?
Eddie Belfour was definitely one that I looked to when I was younger, yeah, for sure. But I had a goalie coach, Steve McKeekin. I went to his goalie schools a lot when I was younger, and I always looked up to him.
If there's a goalie either now playing or maybe a goalie in the past where you feel like you're emulating their style or somebody you reflect on, maybe Eddie?
Nowadays, I'd say, well, Carey Price obviously is one of the most technical goalies, so I look to him when I can. But when the scrambling happens, I feel like I play a lot more like quick, just kind of all over the place and doing anything you can to make the save. What's
it like, though, to be the starter here at Western and to have all that pressure on you now?
I love it. It's fun. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Let's talk about the future for Greg Dodds. What do you see yourself doing other than being a goalie between the pipes?
I'm not sure, really. I haven't thought about that. Obviously, I want to take hockey as far as I can, and we'll see what happens after that.
What would you have to say your best memory so far in a purple and white uniform is?
Shutting out McGill was definitely a big moment for me. I remember last year just being in McGill and seeing all the banners they have up there, and they're a historic franchise here in the OUA, and the CIS, and getting the shutout against them really was a great honor.
Greg Dodds, Between the Posts, the men's hockey goalie here at Western. Greg, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.